Yo, these claps are not good at all. But guess what, guys? I finally passed my challenge, and I'm pretty happy with it. But you know, it's never done. I gotta keep grinding and just not get complacent. But I did finally pass my challenge. I am up $30,000, and the only thing that sucks is that I'm not able to show you guys like my stats because every time you pass a challenge, it just takes out the accounts, and I can't show you guys it. But I do have my live trades. And I'm gonna show you guys everything. I'm just trading 1NQ and just hitting TPs almost every day. My biggest day is 857. My worst day is 307. If I scroll down, you guys can see all the trades I took. And today I actually took so many trades. Why is that? All I said is that I'm taking one trade a day. Why am I breaking my rules, right? Here's the story. What happens is that I did take one trade by accident in the morning, and it's because my mouse has been like spazzing out and it's been bugging out. So I was hovering my mouse on the thing. I normally like to click it and hold it, and then I let go if I want to take the trade. But my mouse just went through, and then I got in the trade by accident. And I didn't really mean to take the trade. I was like, okay, whatever. I got in the trade. I'm just gonna execute, and if it works, it works. And then it failed. I got annoyed. I'm like, I don't want to take another trade because I'm gonna break my rules. But I knew that I did not take that trade. My mouse did. So I did take another trade after, like 2 minutes after, because the confirmation was there. And then I took the trade. But again, my mouse did the same thing, but I had more conviction on that trade. And then I got in. Somehow I got in 4NQ, and I was like, what the fuck? I realized that later. My P&L was going like crazy, and that could have just blew my account if I didn't realize that. It worked in my favor, so that was like the blessing thing. And I knew that the trade was a better idea. The trade was valid, and that's why it worked. But I got out really quickly, and I passed my challenge, and I ended up having like a bigger balance. That's why I just kept taking so many trades. I had a bigger balance. I had about $300 in profit, like more than this, like 3,300. So that's why I tried to lose some trades to make it to 3,000. But I'm not sure if that even matters because my consistency is already like under 50%. So I feel like it's already fine. But I still like tried to went like closer to 3,000. But anyways, that is for the next week. I'm gonna show you guys all the trades before I pass the challenge, and then I'll break down this week like another week because I already have too many trades. It honestly sucks that I can't show you guys my P&L on my stats because it's literally not here because my account is gone because I passed it. But pretty much this is where I ended off the last week video. So I lost all these days. On Friday, that is when I started my combine. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the trade. I won about $800. And then the next week, Monday was closed. And then I did take a trade on 17th through the 20th. The first day, I won. The second day, I won. Third day, I lost. Fourth day, I won. So pretty much 4 winning days or 3 winning days that week. And my balance was sitting at right now about 2,700. And then today I won. That's why I passed my challenge. Okay, so I have all my videos here. I just record everything, and then I just have yeah, the live trades. I'm gonna open the 17th and then show you guys, and then speed this up for a second. I'll show you guys the trades first, and then I'm gonna break it down after. Okay, pretty much we're just displacing higher. We start rejecting off of a random high because we took a draws, but there's no SMTs on the highs. We just start displacing lower, and then I think I take my trade around here. Okay, where is it? Oh, right here. So pretty much we took a draw around here, and we can just keep displacing. We're pretty much disrespecting this. I think it's bullish SMT, to be honest, on the lows, and we just keep souping it, and it's not displacing higher after we take the draw. So it starts going up, and then it rejects back, and I just took my trade, and it was about 40 points. The volatility was a bit higher, so I'm gonna obviously put my trade above the rebalance, and it was 40 points. And I don't think I entered late. It just the volatility is a bit higher, so I'm gonna do 40 points. Although I said I like taking 30 points. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to readjust. My mouse is kind of being stupid again, but trying to get to a 1-to-1 RR. I was about to exit the trade because there was actually a internal low there as well. So you can't just expect the trade to just like work out because there's like, oh, it has to take out the next low. So I had to try to be cautious. And if it was going to like fake me out or like just start displacing higher, I might have exited. But I still like my stop loss. It was like that far, but it would have sucked if I lost like 40 points. But and then TP. So that trade was about 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm just gonna break down my trades on TradingView. Go to 930, and then show you guys what I see. So I go to the 15-minute chart. I mark out everything. I'm just gonna speed run this because it's not a thorough breakdown, but yeah. So there's lows here. There's lows here. I can mark it on the same as ES as well, and then see what happens. So what I see, bigger time frames, we're kind of bearish. We're just displacing lower. There's no really SMTs, but we are displacing lower. But I want to see what happens. Okay, so go to 1 minute chart, and then yeah, we're still kind of bearish. So I play market open and see what happens. Okay, we start displacing higher. Okay, nothing much to it. We go higher. We take other draws. We take more draws down here. Okay, pretty much there was a trade up like around this area, but I did not take the trade. Okay, the same on ES as well. Is that the same? Okay, right here. Okay. Yeah, so there was a trade right here as well, but I did not take the trade. I didn't really like it, so I faded the trade. We just start displacing lower. We kind of get a, yeah, we kind of get a mini SMT right here, but I did not take the trade. Maybe we start displacing lower. We're hesitating to go higher, so I just take the trade. I mean, you could take the trade here, like right here, but I didn't really like the trade, so I kind of just faded it. And then, so we took a draws, but we don't really have any SMTs. We're just like kind of just delivering lower. And then I could just, also in the morning we got bullish SMT. That's why we're just displacing higher. So I could have taken long there, but I didn't. And then we start going lower, and I could have taken a trade here, or like if there was some kind of manipulation, we did soup these lows, and then it was failing still. But I did not like these trades. The trade that I did take was this trade right here. So we have this lower here, and we also took it on ES. Then what I see what happens. Okay, we have draws lower. There's two draws here, but the draw I liked was the one down here. So what happens? We soup this draw for my manipulation. We soup this draw, and if it delivers higher, we can take longs, but I have to see what happens. But it displaces lower next candle. The next candle rebalances, and it still displaces lower, or just like kind of a doji. The next candle starts printing up higher, and then starts rejecting. That's when I did take my trade right there. So I did take my trade around here. Rebalance was about 40 points, and then yeah, TP was 40 points as well. So what happened was pretty much this draw could have been taken out, but I also like this draw down here. So that's why I could have hesitated, and then if it was hesitating, then I would have taken out the trade. So that's why I held, because we already displaced so much that I felt like it would have taken the draw, and it did, because I already have a protected stop loss. But if I had my stop loss above here, that would have been more scary, because I'm just like FOMOing in this candle. But that was a trade. Going to Wednesday now. Here's my live trade. Where did I take it? Yeah, so I did take it around here. We take a draw around here. Let me see. We take a draw around here. So I'm pretty much thinking we're gonna go higher, right? But we start hesitating. We also get a bullish SMT on the lows. So now I'm gonna think we're gonna just start displacing higher. But next candle, this disrespects this whole candle right here. And I'm like, what the hell? Why is it not going higher? Also, the ES was also going higher, but then it is disrespected the whole candle. We start hesitating on this super level, and we just start rejecting. So then we start displacing lower, and I just shorted right there. And I pretty much got TP. It was 40 points, so I was kind of going like far, like down. I was kind of targeting far points, because obviously my stop loss is 40 points. So I want my TP to be about 40 points as well. It did kind of feel far. I felt like maybe I was gonna lose this trade, but I did like my narrative. And then my TP just hit like really quick, that full dump. And yeah, I pretty much caught the low. Okay, so we are at February 18th, Wednesday. So going out to the further time frames, what I see, we're still kind of bearish, because we just are displacing from here. And then, but we do have a bearish SMT from the high. So then we also have draws lower. Okay, what happens? I'm gonna mark out these draws. Mark out these draws too. So also these draws right here. Okay, ES took a draw right here. So we have bullish SMT. We also have more draws here. So now what I see right here. So we have this bullish SMT down here, but we also have a higher time frame bearish SMT, because ES did take it out in the morning. Now I kind of have a loose bias like I always do, and my narrative is we are kind of bearish from here, but then now we kind of are displacing lower. We did take out draws lower, so now we're going higher, but I want to see what happens, because we have a bearish SMT, we also have a bullish SMT. So which one delivers us higher or lower? What happens? Market opens. Okay, we full displaced lower. Now I'm thinking, okay, maybe we are bearish, but we do have a lot of draws lower, but I want to see what happens. Other swing lower here. So I am gonna mark this out. Okay, right here. So these are the swing lows. but we don't have any SMTs yet. We took out this draw on ES now, or Nasdaq, and now we hit stop rate. No more bullish SMT, but now we took out that draw as well. Let's see what happens. Okay, we just go up higher. Okay, now pretty much we're just chopping. I'm not gonna take any trades when we're just chopping. Yeah, we don't have any SMTs. We have no manipulation yet, so I'm not gonna take any trades because I don't care to take any trades when they're chopping. Okay, now we finally displace higher. We displaced higher. We did take this draw up here. Now we have bearish SMT on ES. Now, are we going to deliver off of the bearish SMT? If not, then I'm just gonna long. But I didn't do that. So we got bearish SMT. What happens? We displace lower. So it looks like we actually are delivering, but it just displaced lower. We rebalance, and then we start waking up. Next candle. Okay, we get a doji. Next candle. Okay, now we soup this candle right here. So now we aren't respecting the soup candle. We aren't getting a reversal, and this bearish S&T is not delivering us lower. And then I can just take the long on the next candle, but I hesitated on this candle. It also even rebalanced and also started displacing higher. And I kind of knew it was gonna go higher, but I just hesitated and I did not take the trade. But that was a good trade. So this is also reversal sequence on the lows. If we were weak, then it was how to displace lower, but already the sequence we just drew this place higher, and it's not respecting this bearish SMT, so we just long it. And this is also a small internal low. If it's not respecting, we just take the long. But I did not take this. So since we're displacing higher, I'm like, okay, we probably want to get higher draws, like maybe this draw right here, but we're also in a SIBI right there. So I don't want to just like long right away. We take this draw. ES is already displacing higher. We aren't getting the soup sequence. Okay, what happens on the Nasdaq? Okay, now we just kind of rebalance. Next candle, we go up higher. Okay, now I'm liking the longs. We also get a, is it this? Yeah, we got SMT right here. So I'm liking this trade. We get SMT. We're delivering higher. Next candle, I want to see start printing up higher. Then I would have taken the long. But then my candle, my stop loss would have been fucked. So that's why I kind of waited for another candle. All right, waiting for another candle. Then it just disrespected this whole thing on ES as well. And now we get a bearish SMT. We get a bearish SMT. I'm like, what the hell? I think we're bearish now because we keep hesitating to go higher. And then the next candle starts printing. All right, so this is what I see. I get bullish SMT. I'm thinking we're gonna long, but the next candle we just displace lower, disrespect this whole bullish candle, get a bearish SMT. We are hesitating to go higher. The next candle starts printing lower, and I just take my trade right there. Probably better maybe to wait for another candle, but I already like the trade, so I just take my trade right there, and then TP right there. That was my trade. All right, going to Thursday trade. What happened here? We just start chopping. We start displacing lower, and then this is what happens. So pretty much what happens, we just take out a draw on ES. I think ES or Nasdaq. I gotta look back, but we take the draw, and then we get a bullish SMT on previous day's lows. We start displacing higher. We have a failed reversal sequence on the bottom, and we just start true displacing higher. I wanted to see a rebalance because that stop loss would have been too much, and then I waited for a rebalance. Next candle starts printing higher. I take my long, but I pretty much got edged. Like I was targeting 27 points because that's what I needed to pass my challenge. Right here, I was at 52,400, so I just needed about like $600 more or whatever. I'm not sure, or $400. I don't remember, but I only need 27 points. I don't need that much, and I'm so close to passing my challenge. And then my stop loss was kind of cooked because I kind of took my trade a bit too late, and then yeah, I just got stopped out, and that really sucked. Here's what happens. Here's previous day's lows on Nasdaq, and here is it on ES. So we also have equal lows, or like pretty much relative equal lows, and we don't have any SMTs, but we still could say that we're bearish because we have this displacement and we're just rebalancing into it, and now we're just like falling lower. But we did take out lows here, and now we're displacing higher. So I do have a loose bias. So we take out this internal on Nasdaq, and then we have bullish SMT. So is it going to deliver higher? Yes, it does. But now we took out this high or internal high on ES or Nasdaq. Okay, I think actually, yeah, that high. So now we have bearish SMT. So we have two SMTs. We have SMTs on a low. and we have a bearish SMT on this high. If I look at the narrative, still kind of bearish. So what SMT do you think is actually going to deliver us, higher or lower? And we also have equal lows on ES, which I didn't really realize. Maybe I just forgot. So we had this SMT. Now I want to see what happens. Okay, we go up higher. Next candle, we disrespect that candle right there. So 934 is like the earliest I could take a trade. The next candle starts printing down. I can just take the trade because I believe that we're bearish. And although we have two SMTs right here, we don't really know what's going to deliver. But of course, this was the first SMT. This is the next SMT. The latest SMT is probably one that's gonna deliver, and that's the manipulation. So we just soup that draw. The next couple candles, we aren't going back up higher. And if you just draw from here, we're not gonna go back like 60 points back to the high. That's why. But obviously, we want to see what happens on the next candle. Next candle, we go up higher, and then it just starts displacing lower. And then you're supposed to take your trade right here, and then stop loss 30 points, like 29 points, and then that would have been TP. And that was a trade I was thinking of taking in the morning, but I just like faded it. Maybe because I didn't realize what SMT was going to deliver, but that was the right trade. Okay, so I faded that trade. What happens after? We get this bullish SMT because now we're taking out previous day's lows on ES, and NASDAQ we haven't. So what happens on, I had to make sure I watch ES because I want to see if we get reversal sequence and we start displacing higher off of it, or are we just going to fail this and then start going lower. My idea of trading is that we have this low. We have this low. What I want to see is that I want to invite buyers and then later resoup back this low. And then that's reversal sequence. And then we just start printing higher. That's when I take my long. That's the manipulation I have. Or my other one is we just start displacing higher and we don't take out this low. We don't take out this low. And then we just invite buyers. We fail to go lower, but it starts displacing higher still. Then I take my long there. Two scenarios. Either I wanted to resoup this low and then start displacing higher, then I take my long. Or if we just start displacing higher, then I wait for a rebalance and I take my long. Depending on my narrative, I can just long it, depending if I think it's bullish or not. Okay, we aren't souping this low, right? We aren't souping this low. Now I think we're bullish because we also displace higher. Next candle rebalances. I wait for that because I didn't want to long here and have my stop loss like 48 points. I mean, I guess I could have put it down here to be honest, but I didn't. I just didn't do that to be honest. Realistically, I wouldn't take my trade here. Maybe I will have taken up here or something, but I want to wait for my confirmation. The next candle starts printing up higher, and I take my long here. Probably a bit too late. I still like my execution, but still probably a bit too late. I was probably waiting for a bit too much confirmation. My stop loss was still fine. But yeah, I guess it was like 40 points. But the thing is, I was targeting only 27 points. That's why I didn't want to put my stop loss there. But I was probably waiting for too much confirmation. My TP was 27 points. And then I got edged out because we did end up having a bearish SMT on the highs right here. And I saw that bearish SMT. I was like, fuck, I might have lose this trade. But my TP was so close that I was like, I'm just going to hold the trade because maybe I'll just go higher a bit. But yeah, it got stopped out. It looks like we're bearish because we just disrespected this whole bullish sequence, but then later it starts going higher and going higher. So it's kind of confusing. This day was a bit tricky, but I pretty much had to have like flawless execution to win this trade. But yeah, I probably should take in my trade right here once I disrespect that whole thing. 6th candle, we also get a bullish SMT on the lows right here. That was the confirmation I needed, but that's what I gotta learn, right? I gotta learn from my mistake. Okay, last trading day on Friday. I was not really happy about this trade. Yeah, pretty much my balance was at 51,958. So I pretty much needed 2 trading days to win or pass my challenge. And I pretty much hesitated on a couple trades. And yeah, did not take the optimal entry. I entered pretty late. I entered in around here. So pretty much the volatility was pretty insane on Friday. And we just displaced higher. We disrespected this whole thing. And we keep going, delivering lower. So I just shorted right here. But the volatility was really crazy. And my stop loss was not the greatest. I put my TP there, and I already hit TP. I tried going higher because I'm like, okay, maybe I could pass my challenge. But that'll be kind of breaking my rules because I'm targeting too much. But as you see, I'm moving my things, but it's not getting anything because I already hit TP in like 1 second. So my TP was 39 points, and that was the trade. We had this draw here. We also have these draws here. These draws here as well. but those are pretty far. We want to see what happens. Still kind of bearish because obviously the sequence, we're just bearish. We're rebalancing in, still kind of bearish. Okay, bearish, but we take in draws. And let's see what happens. Okay, we take in that draw down below, but we start displacing higher. I missed some entries here, so I can't really do anything about that. So I'm gonna keep playing until where I entered. There was a reversal sequence right here. We get bearish SMT, and then we start delivering lower. But I hesitated on this too. But yeah, can't do anything about that if I'm hesitating. Okay, now we just displaced like crazy. This candle was like 150 points. Okay, we then take a draw. We take a lot of draws here. We take in this draw, but we did not take out this high. But we taken a lot of draws except for this high. So right now we don't have any bearish SMT. But next candle we just displace lower. We disrespect a lot of it. We're just kind of rebalancing in. But then next candle rebalances, goes lower, and then we start displacing lower here. And then I just got in the trade right here. I could have probably saved FOMO, but yeah, I got TP in like 1 second. If I held it to 50 points, I would have passed my challenge, but it is what it is, to be honest. I don't really like this trade, but I got in the trade. Okay, so it was this high that we take in, and my sequence is we take on this draw, and then also ES draw was like down here as well. So we just soup it, and then like I said, if I take a draw, I can take continuations lower if it just keeps displacing, but I want to see some sort of manipulation first before I take my trade. So I either wait for a resoup of this high and then it starts displacing lower, then I take my trade, or if it just keeps going lower, I'll take the trade. But we didn't really get any manipulation, but it depends on the delivery and speed. Since we just displaced like so fast and the points were like, yeah, 60 points or 100 points, whatever, it's probably unlikely to resoup the high. But with this volatility, probably it can. But yeah, I just took the trade. But to be honest, I don't like the trade as much, but it did end up playing out. I probably just got lucky. I missed my optimal entries around here. I took my trade too late, but it is what it is. I still won, so I'm okay with that, but I still gotta learn. I can't be taking this type of trade. But who knows? The delivery was so quick and fast that it worked. But I don't know. I was still feeling like it wasn't the best trade. Yep, that is it, guys. I did pass my challenge. I'll break down the next couple of trades on the next week. But that is it for this recap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And what I like to say in every single video, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Keep staying disciplined, keep staying consistent, and let's just get 1% better every day. And I'll see you in the next one.